we just start off by getting a bit of a history of your band?
Yeah, basically, 24 Thorns started in January of 2009. A friend of mine, Justin Pop, and I got together and created 24 Thorns. And then Chuck came on board as our bass player and had a few members along the way, so I don't want to be too long-winded on that. But, here we are. It's Chuck Lorengel and Jeremy Wall and Jeremiah DeWitt and Storm Ulibarri moving forward. And, and we've just been grinding away and playing some big shows, Soulfly, Helmet, Sponge, Digital Summer. I mean, we're putting it in for sure. Fear Factory. So we're having a good time for sure, man.
And who are you playing with in October?
And possibly this year in October, it's looking like, tentatively speaking yet, so we can't confirm it yet, but it's looking like we're going to play with Slayer in October too here at the Western Navajo Nation.
Yeah, we got
Fair,
that.
so.
We got that to cross off our bucket list.
Yeah,
yet,
bucket
so.
list. That ought to be cool.
Oh, that is awesome. And what inspired the name 24 Thorns?
Well, basically the name came from a compilation of our previous band and another one that was involved. Like me and Joker here, we were in a band called Twisted Thorn, and our buddy Justin, who he already mentioned, was in a band called 24 Hours. We all sort of came together, and without overthinking it too much, just put the two names together, just hybrid them together, and came up with 24 Thorns.
24 Thorns it was, man.
And like a week later, I went and I bought the domain name, and it must have been destiny because there is almost nothing else out there like that.
Oh, that's perfect.
Google search, it's right up there. So
Yeah, you're all over the place.
But a great name, a unique name, and I'm glad that it came together that way. So here it is, 24 Thorns.
It inspires a lot of imagery as well. Like, you could think of some pretty wicked logos coming up with that.
Yeah.
Cool. So, how would you describe your sound to newcomers?
Well, I would have to say, we're a grindy melodic metal band that has got some, heavy-weighted, low 7-string guitars to it, so it gives it, a good chunk. But then we, keep the melodic end of it in the harmony, so it doesn't get
and let's not forget
too heavy.
Let's not forget rhythmic here.
Yeah.
It's rhythmic.
That's very rhythmic. We'll give it that. And then this guy on the solos, man.
I have kind of like a southern thing going on because I played in blues bands previously and stuff like that. So, I have a technical. When I was learning, I played technical. When I was younger and played a bunch of real technical solos, and then I got bluesy, and now it's kind of like a thrashy hybrid of the two, and it's a lot of fun though.
This guy and I started off as kids playing in the jazz band together.
Yeah.
When we were 12 years old, playing jazz. So
it's fun. And there's some piano stuff that we want to add in the future. I play keys myself, and some of the songs do have piano lines, so it's interesting, the music that we do put out.
Start with the core and keep it simple and basic and straightforward, and as you go, add all the icing on the cake.
So who would you guys say are your main influences? Obviously, there's a lot of jazz and the heavier stuff in. Is there anyone else?
Wow, it's hard to really say where your musical influence comes. Myself and Storm are both engineers in the business, sound engineers. So, we see 500-600 local bands a year. See lots of headline acts. You think back through your history, and like Jimi Hendrix and the Godfathers of rock come to mind, and you see guys like Johnny Cash, the original Outlaws. They're obviously are in there with his influences and. And then I would have to say,
all sorts of music, actually.
Pantera, Tool.
Pantera for sure.
Deftones.
Gotta say Metallica's got to be in there somewhere,
So some of right in the mainstream, man. We just want to take them by charge.
Yeah.
I like that Dimmu Borgir, however you say that real heavy band. If I go super heavy, and then I like Candlebox and stuff like that.
As a drummer, I pretty much like anything with a beat.
So those are some personal influences.
I like my bass to sound like Tool and Mudvayne. That's where I'm at.
He's really influenced by that.
Yeah.
Beauty. Cool. And you guys are currently doing a GoFundMe campaign. How's that going?
So far it's pretty good. A lot of people have been sharing it for us and getting it out there, you know. And we're 24 Thorns, man.
Donating for sure.
We're very thankful for the support, man, and especially with you guys from ARMI coming out and doing this and All Access. You know, it's exciting for us, man, to see that you know, all those years you put into that music, it starts to become worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, what are the main goals to achieve with the funds? Are you going to be doing an album or?
Well, yeah, we've got the album, like we said, with Salt Mine Studios. John Gray's going to be the engineer on that for us, through Don Salter, and we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a 5-song EP.
And touring.
And then and some touring. So basically, the GoFundMe is to get to our LP, the full length album, and to try to get in on some of these tours, man, so we can get our name out there, and you know, and above all else, go out there and have some fun.
Absolutely. So where can people go to donate?
The GoFundMe account is.
I got the info.
He's
It
got the
is
info.
at GoFundMe.com/M54P60, and that is the GoFundMe account.
Or your Facebook.
Yeah, you can go find it on
We have a bunch of
Facebook
links
as well.
and stuff like that too.
We'll put a link up on the site as well.
Yeah, we can send you one, Cameron, for direct that goes to it, like a share, like to your personal page on Facebook or something, and then that way you can share it out from AMI or ARMI, excuse me.
And then of course we have our w.24thorns.com, which has links to everything. So that's always a good place to go.
Excellent. Cool. And so you said you're doing an EP. Have you got a title for that yet?
We haven't really decided on the title just yet. We've been playing around with some stuff. Obviously, with the hybrid of the name, you know, Twisted Thorn and 24 Thorns, the pieces that are left from the two names would be Twisted Hours. So we're looking at maybe calling the EP the Twisted Hours of Music.
It's very clever.
It's kind of a good hybrid name for it. I guess it speaks for what we've been through for sure.
Absolutely. And speaking of what you've been through, obviously you've had a lot of lineup changes, but I'm taking it that means your sound's evolved quite a bit since you started.
Yeah, Justin Pop and I, when we first started the band, went pretty heavy with it, and left the melodic side, to it as well. And then when Chuck came on board, we added a little bit of a heavier bass line and some stuff to it. And then we had Billy Mountain was our first drummer, and he's a great guy, man. We miss him, but he put some pretty drivey beats to it. But Jeremy coming on board gave us a new life in that department, and Justin obviously was the original guitarist, and he moved on, and there's been a couple in between there. One that was a great guy, Matt Simon, who was with us for a while, and also Alex Knight was with us. He was our rhythm guitarist along with Storm. We broke it back down to the 4, man. It just came out that this is who we are now.
Well, when us 4 are in a room together making music, it just comes naturally, and it feels natural. It's nothing forced. I mean, he'll start playing a guitar riff, and I'll start playing a beat, and next thing you know, it's a song. So.
On that question, we do have a couple of songs in our set list that are kind of community songs, and we have other people that come out from the music community that help support us, and they know the lyrics and stuff, and we do the same thing with their bands, and those are our little anthems and stuff like that. So that's always nice to have. And sometimes Justin, the old guitarist, will come out and he'll play with us, and it's an awesome thing, the music that we do get to do.
Yeah, it's nice to be around a bunch of talented musicians, and obviously this is our core, but we do have some other guys that do stuff with the band that are also talented musicians. And obviously life, you got forks in the road, and you get married and kids start happening, and you guys move away and stuff like that. So at a long distance relationship, we'll say, we try to keep them on board and informed as to what's going on. And like you said, Justin likes to come out every now and then and go, hey man, I know these songs. I'll come out and stand on the opposite side of the stage, and he loves to play with this guy, doing guitar solos and making sure that the bottom end of the rhythm doesn't drop out, that kind of stuff. So it keeps it good for us.
Awesome. And are you going to take any of these guys out on the road with you when you do get out touring?
Not currently as a plan, no. But we, I guess if there was any special occasions or something like that, and they had requested, we would do that. We're
sure.
definitely those type of people. We have that type of band thing going on, especially since we're engineers. We get to see all these people, and I'm inspired by them a lot. A lot of the local bands and stuff that we deal with, and other bands that are on tour and trying to make it. Whatever they do, as long as they're trying and you see them putting their heart into it, that's where it's at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you get bands that come in and you see that it's not about the music. It's all about here, snap my selfie and take my picture, and
Oh, those guys.
here, let's go do this and go do that. Then they get on stage and you're like, all the lights are on, but no one's home, man. I hate to say it, but here's a list of constructive stuff you could work on. But then again, we get the same stuff. We get our constructive criticisms too. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. But the biggest thing is listen to your fans, man. They will tell you. They will guide you.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And so, where are you planning on hitting the road to?
That's a very, very good question. We got some stuff in the works right now. Some of it we can't talk too much about yet because it's not signed, still delivered, if that makes sense. So stuff we would love to talk about. Obviously, we're going to do the thing with Slayer in October. And I'm sure I could probably speak for the 4 guys that are sitting here and say we would be much obliged to come over to Australia on the Soundwave Festival.
We're getting geared up for sure.
Yeah, it's
getting all of our our permits and passports.
I am definitely ready to get out of here.
We want to take this 50 square miles we're stuck in and go here. Let's go see some other stuff for a while.
We have the UK on our list. Australia, we are currently working on Asia, China, and then of course the US, obviously, and
don't forget about Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Don't forget about Canada.
Those are given because we're here, but
yeah.
But really excited.
We can't forget about Canada, dude.
So,
we can't. Me and this guy were hockey players back in the day, so it's like can't forget Canada. We got to go up there and get a Molson Ice and hang out.
You know it.
Hey, yeah, get a Molson Ice. Eh?